Uh, okay, let's do this. Interaction lab go gift. Uh, okay, we gotta do this. Oh, okay. I'm just quickly setting up a poll here. Let me just quickly go on the site first and Tap on that. Yeah, we're gonna start. Uh, is the New York PM session just busy setting up? I don't know if I'm audible. Please let me know if I'm not audible. Quickly set up here. Quick poll. Okay, quick poll here. The poll. Good day, guys. Come on, create the poll, dude. Okay. I'm just quickly setting up a poll on TikTok and then we gonna start. We gonna get it going. TikTok's gonna annoy me now. Come on, set up a poll. Okay, it's gonna give me problems. Here we go. Like I'm just setting up. Um, day trading. Let's do this. Okay, no, no. Oh, shit. Given that this is TikTok, but I'm creating this form, just quickly do that. Okay, guys, let's get it going. Um, okay, let's get it going, guys. Good day, guys. Um, welcome. Once again, I've just been, yeah, just, I just got held up, yeah. Okay, let's start doing this, guys. Sorry about that. I was just setting up my thing on, looks like I'm lagging. Yep, I am lagging and I don't know why. I am lagging. But anyway, welcome to the New York PM session, guys. I hate being lag. I hate this lag. But anyway, let's get it going before we start the New York PM session. No. Okay, let's hope the lagging will stop. Anyway, let's come. Welcome to the New York PM session. Let's go through everything that we have to go through, and let's start with the fundamentals. What do we have? What did we have today on the fundamentals? On the fundamentals? Oh yeah, this is when I was creating. Um, there we go. This is why I was creating my stuff. So today, as a Tuesday, we didn't have much. We only had Canadian CPI, for which also their interest rate is slightly going up. It will be interesting to see what really is. It will be interesting to see the USD CAD. How is it going? Because we see the interest rate is at. I mean, the CPI or inflation is at 2.9, while USA is at 2.8. So given this two, it will be very interesting to for me to see where is the CPI going. There's too much load on my there's too much load on my computer. I will shut down TikTok. I will shut down TikTok. I don't know if it's the computer or it's the internet. But let me just shut down, yeah. 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 Okay, no, let me continue. So, it would be interesting to see how the USD CAD reacted on the Canadian CPI. So we didn't have much happening today. But we spoke of we spoke of Ilona. Last week we spoke of did CPI save the day? That was we spoke about last week. Unfortunately, I didn't send the video on our WhatsApp group. I mean, I didn't post the video as yet, but I asked if CPI or inflation data saved the day looking at CPI data that came in yesterday and the Friday CPI. So it was really it was my interest to understand, did it save the day? Because if we're to look at now, NASDAQ is holding this support very strongly, which was the daily fair value gap. It's holding this support very good. Man, what am I looking for? Anyway, I am a bit Diamakara. You'll forgive me, guys. I am a bit Diamakara. I hope brush. Where's the brush? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so in this area, we see NASDAQ held this area there. So this is what I was looking to see if this support here will hold. And exactly the support did hold. Now we're looking into say what happened here. Was this saved by CPI and or inflation data? This is what I think. I think CPI and inflation data saved the day for the US stocks. Because if we were to look at now the CPI data that came through last week, okay, here is the CPI data that came through last week. Let's start by NFP. I mean, let's start by CPI. Yeah, let's start by CPI. We saw CPI moving down from. What's this? Sorry, it's a call. We saw CPI moving down from. Here we go. Yeah, we saw CPI move down from 3% to 2.8%, and that happened last week. And this happened. We started to see NFP data. We started to see NFP data slowing down there. Then CPI, we also saw CPI slowing down. With CPI slowing down, we saw last month retail sales came out at negative 0.9. I know last week there was retail sales which also grew to 0.5, which is good now. But if you look at last month retail sales of 0.9, you look at CPI data of 2.8, that was a slowdown basically in the inflation story, and a slowdown in the inflation story comes in very handy for the US stock market because of Trump's tariffs. The market was just tanking, and given that the Trump's tariff caused the market to tank or just got the hitting, and then when we saw NFP data also was lower, unemployment rate increased, so that gave me an idea that the US economy is slowing down. It's slowing down, and this is what I wanted to see. After I saw the CPI slowing down, I anticipated a lower CPI, anticipated a lower PPI, and that's what we got last week: lower PPI, lower CPI. And after the CPI data, we held that. Now we see now the PPI data also came out very cold, which means now the inflation story it's lower. So the inflation story it's holding this support, and we see that now. Look at that reaction. So within this reaction, if I'll start to see a more bullish momentum coming through, a more bullish momentum, a close above and hold to go to the upside. And the fundamental spreadsheet that I use has started to give me a bullish reading. I'll definitely look to go long on NASDAQ and S&P 500. I think the recovery on the US stock markets it's imminent. Um, I hope Trump won't introduce a lot and a lot more tariffs on other countries because a lot of tariffs have caused uncertainties. But with that being said, um, let's go to gold. So the only position I'm having right now, and I'm still holding, it's gold. I took gold, and if we're to look at our previous on our weekly forecast and our previous week's trading, I did speak of gold holding above the 3,000 ounce per, I mean 3,000 ounce 3,000 3,000 per ounce, reaching $3,000 per ounce. So I've entered the trade, moved my stop loss to just below there. I might look to see if this will hold to continue long. And the reason why I still want to continue long is because there's still so much uncertainties with number one, there's still so much uncertainties with the dollar, with tariffs. Also, the Israel and Palestine peace, it has been broken by Israel. I'm not gonna go into the politics of that, but just know that there's the war between the Israel and between Israel and what do you call this? The war between Israel and Palestine. It looks like it's starting again. So that's one another thing that I am looking at, and to I'm anticipating to still hold gold. So when gold come back for a retest, I might look to enter gold to the upside. So that's the only trade that I'm holding. I'm only holding gold. That's the only trade that I'm holding. So don't know if it's moving or I am just deluded here. Everything is true there. Oh, Lord. Oh God, sorry about that. I was just trying to see what's happening. I'm working on my own, so therefore things will be somehow. So, but I'm holding gold. So on the fundamental spreadsheet, I've explained a lot about the fundamental spreadsheet and what does the fundamental spreadsheet look at. Let me see if this will still give me problems. Let it go. Anyway, so the fundamental spreadsheet, I look at NFP, CPI interest rate, NFP, CPI interest rate, CO2 data. Those are the things that I'm looking at. But I'll show you CO2 data before we go to the second segment of our show, which is the New York PM session day trading. Okay, so the fundamental spreadsheet are showing me GU. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I think that's not gonna work. Okay. Sorry about that. I was trying to also be live also. So, as I was saying, it's showing us GU. Anyway, British pound pairs are more bullish. USD GPY is bearish. So let me just quickly go through the GU before I go to the others. Come on, don't be a pro. So for GU, I've been waiting for this retracement to this low. I've been seriously waiting for GU to come back here, to retest and then to continue to the upside. But it doesn't look like it's giving me that. So It looks like it's breaking up to the upside. Oh, yeah, man. Here we go. It looks like it's breaking up to the upside here. I It looks like it's breaking up to the upside with this fair value gap holding there, and we are breaking to the upside. So if it breaks and hold above on this high, I am not going to look for a bigger retracement. I think the retracement that I'm going to look for, it's for a retracement to this low now. It's for a retracement to that, come on, for a retracement to that low to push to the upside. That the retracement that I'll be looking for, because it's still giving me a very good bullish reading, and I'm happy with that. And the other trades that I had, I think that I'm out now, and I'm not looking to taking them unless it gives me a deeper retracement. This guy here, I entered when up started to add a position on the side, but it continued to fail. So my trade was from here, added a position, wanted to add another position as it breaks below and hold above. But unfortunately, look at these three candles, it retraced to this low. So I am gonna see what's gonna happen with GPP AUD and GPP NZD, because those are the trade that I have been holding. So if here, this is interesting. I love the price action here. If I am still holding, uh, if I'm still looking at closely and the reading are still good for me, the fundamental spreadsheet is still saying, as now it is still bullish. Um, I am gonna go long. I just wanna see a close above this high and a retest to that fair value gap to continue holding long. So I am gonna look for longs for GU. I love GU mostly and GPP NZD as well. Also, if we breaks above, because remember, I got stopped out as tiny profit here. This is how the trade looked. This is how the trade looked like, sorry. So, but anyway, I think this is it. CPI came in handy for the US stocks, as I said. And the last thing that I want to share before I go for day trading, please do not forget, just go watch a video that I shared last week. Was it last week? I'm not sure. But just go watch a video that I shared last time. Capitec Bank. I'm holding Capitec Bank longs. Where is Capitec Bank Ltd? Yeah, I hope is this one. I'm holding Capitec Bank longs. Ah, come on. Um, and on the 28th for Capitec, we have on the 28th for Capitec, we have earnings for Capitec on the 28th. Is this the one that I analyzed? No, it's not. I hate this. Okay. Here we go. Yep. So I'm in small profit here. So for Capitec Bank, let me just quickly do this. We saw this uptrend. There was this uptrend. There was this uptrend that rejected at that low, came back, held that support, and this was the weekly support, by the way. And after the weekly support, I saw that holding, and we broke above. On the retest amongst this fair value gap, I entered long here, looking to go up. So I am about 2% up on Capitec, yeah, close to 2% up on Capitec. I am gonna look um I am gonna look to add, if we break above here, if you break above here and retest, or we close above and retest there, I might look to add positions. But I think what will propel Capitec to go slightly higher, more high, it's it is the earnings that are coming in on the 28th. So we have earning for Capitec on the 28th. So we have earnings for Capitec on the 28th. Am I right? Oh, on the 26th of March, we have earnings for Capitec. So if the earnings comes out good, we're still gonna push Capitec to the upside to take the all-time high for Capitec. So this was the first segment of the show, guys, and we are going for the second segment of the show where we go through where I do my day trading because I normally day trade. Um, I normally day trade the PM session. So if you have any question, just do not forget to ask me. Just ask me anything, guys. Just ask me anything if you have any questions. Yeah, if you have any questions, just ask. But anyway, let's go to the PM session, guys. I'm a bit late today. Okay. Let's see what you have on the PM session. You know what if I have comment? Sorry, let me just quickly check in here. Um, sorry, just quickly fixing something up. Yeah. So we have a daily high that I marked. Yesterday's daily low. Yesterday's daily low there. Come on. Yesterday's daily low. But anyway, you guys can tell me, are you bearish or bullish for the PM session? Are you bullish or bearish on the PM session? Are you bullish or bearish for the PM session? Let me know. Sorry about that. I'm just quickly running other business. So are you bullish or bearish for the PM session? So a break, it close below. This will be interesting. Okay. This is an interesting scenario. Yeah. So I see a 1 hour fair value gap with a breaker there, and it's really reacting on that 1 hour fair value gap. That has a breaker. That has a breaker. 1H LVG with breaker. But I know it's fine. Yeah, that's what I love. Looks like we are bearish. I'm gonna also mark this low here. Just I'm gonna mark this low as my targets. Um, on edge, on edge, low target. Okay. So I'm just gonna look at that. We are rating there. Okay, let's see, 15 minutes. So the fact that 15 minutes broke, so so the fact that the 1 hour broke below the daily low and held below the daily low, this gives me that we could be bearish here. Held, we broke below the daily low, we closed below the daily low. It looks like I could be lying more bearish for the day. I could be lying more bearish for the day. And then also within that 1 hour fair value gap, we have a 15 minutes fair value gap. And then, so I think my gameplay here would be slightly different. That's too deep. I think my gameplay here will be somewhere different, okay? Okay, just quickly do that. Repeat that. So my gameplay here will be, because we closed and held below, it will be more interesting for me to see the market coming back, to see the market coming back to that 15 minutes daily fair value gap, even if it weaks and rejects, and I'll look to go lower. I am bearish for the I'm gonna look for the continuation of the AM session. I think if I get the continuation of the AM session, because we saw the AM session really deep to the downside. Now we on the lunch hour we consolidated. So if we break and close back inside, and then I'm gonna look to go short. And this will also depend also on what S&P 500 and US30 is doing. S&P 500 here is the 15 this is the 15 minutes if we look at there. It's quite far, eh? So I guess I will have to look at this coming back to weaker and we start rejecting. Because if on Nasdaq, if we if we come inside this 15 minutes fair value gap of the lunch out of the AM session, we weak it and we start rejecting lower. Perhaps now we will have a good and we will even have SMT and a very good structure to work on. So um my gameplay is come back at that high and reject back, and then we can look for something like this. If I get that, I am definitely gonna go short. But I'm definitely short for the AM for the PM session today, guys. I wouldn't wanna lie, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry. Oh, ooh. Oh, this thing is strong. Yeah, so this is what I'm waiting for. S&P 500, let's see. So I also am waiting for S&P 500 to give me something. Didn't react there. There's no SMT, so I'm not gonna go short. Where's US30? German 30. Let me just quickly add US30 and remove this. Just gonna add US30. I don't know why it's not on my watch list. Uh, okay, let's see US30. Ooh, nice from my body, US30. Let's see. How's the reaction? Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. Now, between NASDAQ, so there is an SMT between NASDAQ and US30. There is an SMT lunch hour low. Let me just quickly mark this lunch hour low. Yeah. Oh, come on. So we have a lunch low and lunch high that we served at close inside now is still higher. So this 15 minutes candle is very important. If it flips and start being bearish, I think I might look into entering short on um on US30. What's happening here? Just quickly remove this bright color. Let me just remove this one and just make this a very light color because wow, now there's so many colors. Okay. So Nasdaq it's still failing to reach to the high. So it's still failing to react. It's still failing to react at to tap in back at the 50 minutes value gap though. But I do love US30 though. I do love US30. Let me just quickly do the full analysis. So I might take US30. Because in fact, we were ranging for US30, so we could be coming in for the daily, just quickly, daily, for yesterday's daily high on US30 and daily low has not been mitigated. So it will be interesting to see if we're gonna get there. Uh, here we go. I am gonna go short. I'm more convinced for shorts than long. Yep. Yo. This is a problem, hey? So we have this fair value gap here. We have um we have this 1 hour fair value gap that it's holding. If this 1 hour fair value gap it was not holding, we close below. Perhaps I was gonna say I'm more convinced of the continuation to the upside, to the lower, continuation lower, but that's where my problem is right now. But I'm still short because that fair value gap is holding. I may target this first. Um, let's see. Yep, I think the short will hold. Just quickly do this. Just slightly. And what are we seeing here? But anyway, are you guys bullish or bearish? So I think now the market is clear. If we break below that, I will love the invasion here though. And we continue to the lower side. That's what I will love. I'll love the invasion though. The invasion of the 3 minutes fair value gap, yeah. This is a fair value gap that I'm interested in. Three Fiji. I will watch this 3 minutes fair value gap closely. What happens at the reaction there? Come back. You truly do not want to tap in there, hey? Okay. NASDAQ, I don't like it. NASDAQ might flip here, might close below there, leave a fair value gap. You could enter to target this low, but I love US30 more. So let me just quickly watch US30, what's happening. I am gonna watch you as the T. I'm gonna watch you as the T. Oh, nice. Okay. Let me see the 1 minute. What did the 1 minute do? 1 minute do. I see a clear invasion there. Uh, ooh, nice. Okay. Okay. Um, interesting. Okay. I might look to go short, guys. I might look to go short now. I am gonna go short on I am gonna go short on US30. I love the price section of on US30. Short there. think I'm gonna look for something like this. Uh, you know, I am gonna look for something like that. Come on, don't give me a continuation without checking me in. So the reason why it's because there's a fair value gap with a breaker here. It could look to retrace and enter me there. However, it's also important to look at the 3 minutes fair value. So we have a 3 minutes inversion there. So if this 3 minutes closes where it is, I might look to move my entry to the 3 minutes fair value gap. One of the two. I'm just gonna watch and see what's gonna happen with this 3 minutes candle. But while at that, uh, cool. Just wanna quickly do something here. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna close bullish. Okay, I'm gonna enter my limit here. The hell is this? No, this is BS. This is a total wrong account. Anyway, sorry. I just used something that I was not supposed to use. Just quickly do this. Come on. Put me in. Okay. I should be tagged in the trade. Okay, I should be tagged in this trade. I mean, uh, yep, I'm in this trade. I used the 1 minute to get trade to take tagged in this trade. I'm in this trade. So I want the fair value gap to hold, yeah. If it rejects, that's what I'm looking for. Uh, I am in. I am in. As I said, NASDAQ is doing exactly what I spoke about. Just quickly put in there. I spoke about this area for NASDAQ that it might hold, and it's holding this area very nicely. We broke below it, it came back to retest. Now it's holding it nicely. So this is what this is what I was interested in. But yeah, I'm on US30. Um, I am gonna mark this 1 minute fair value gap here. 1 minute. English is not my mother tongue. So until 10. I am gonna mark this 1 minute fair value gap here. If we invade this 1 minute fair value gap, I'm certain we're gonna go short. Ah, I am certain. I am certain we're gonna go short if we invade the 1 minute there. Could not answer to someone, yeah. Okay, I'll end the live half past, so I'll be trading every day between 7 to 8:30. 8:30, I am ending the live every single day. Whether I'm in the trade or not, I'll just give an update. Okay, so remember what I said? Let me just quickly remove those things. Yeah, I said if I see a clear invasion of let me play with the colors while waiting for this to play out. Ah, da, 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 da. I'm just playing with the colors. I'm just looking for a good color. Oh, nice. We see a clear invasion of this 1 minute here. So if it closes below it, this is what I want to see. I'm willing to take a 1:2. I'm not going to hold on until this low. I'm willing to take a 1:2, and the 1:2 it's at, yeah, let me just mark a 1:2. Here we go. I'm not going to hold till there. I'm just going to see if we're going to get a 1:2. So if we close below that, I am going to reduce my stop loss to here. Come on, we close below the 1 minute. So so here's an interesting thing. This 1 minute closes, we leave this fair value gap. I'm interested in moving my stop loss to break even. Come on. I should have moved my stop loss to break even because we have a clear invasion here. If that closes without, let me just quickly do this to avoid a lot of things. If if this 1 minute closes without leaving this fair value gap inside here, I am definitely gonna continue. I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even, and then I'll decide on what's next. Move 1:2, I might end the trade, but I should have moved my stop loss to break even, to be honest. Come on, okay, we've closed. So again, we have a fair value gap here. We have a clear 1 minute fair value gap here. Yep, a clear 1 minute fair value gap. It's holding. So I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even. Okay, stop it at break even. Reacting back there. I don't think I do mind. I don't mind as long as it will reject. Here we go. Yeah. So I want to say it rejecting here. to come back and hold like that and to continue lower. But anyway, my stop loss at break even, so I have no risk on the line. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold on until to see if it's gonna reject and come back to my 1:2. If it goes to my 1:2 and I start seeing a more rejection, then I'm gonna go out. Let me just watch the 3 minutes. What is the 3 minutes doing? So this is the 3 minutes low that I'm targeting right now. A clear invade. So you see what I was talking about? I said if it rejects, I'm gonna come back and take it at the 3 minutes fair value gap. It did react at the 3 minutes fair value gap, started rejecting. Now I just want to see it holding below that 3 minutes fair value gap as well. So I mean that 3 minutes low, this current low, which is my 1:2. But yeah, let's watch and see. Oh God. So just a side story. I so I'm a football supporter. So it's been very annoying now supporting Kaizer Chiefs, supporting Kaizer Chiefs and Chelsea. I'm getting a hitting, guys. Come back, went to coach football, come back home, and when you get back home, your team is losing. What a disgrace. Every week with no fail. Every week with no fail. Come on. Don't like this thing, it's too deep. Let me just reduce here. Yeah, it's supposed to be that deep. The deep things. Yeah, now it's better. Now it's better. Come on. So this 1 minute fair value gap does not look like it wants to hold. In fact, this is where the 1 minute fair value gap was. Yeah. Okay. If I'm out on break even, I might call it a night, guys. Because I just want to see it rejecting. It's still holding, but if it rejects and come back, yeah, I might take my profit, yeah. Because really, I don't like the momentum in there. Let's see what's the friend is doing. Okay, good moves by NASDAQ. So if you have entered NASDAQ, not US30, you will have entered there. I just didn't like the price action. Stop loss up there, and the 1:3 will be 1:2 there. So you wouldn't have even reached your take profit as well. But the moves are moving, so I'm happy with that. So the move are moving, so I'm happy with this because also Nasdaq did hold on that one, on that the 1 minute fair value gap. Another person will have entered the trade, their stop loss above. But anyway, I'm not there. We're at the trade that we took. Yeah. Okay. I love the reaction there. Can just quickly respond to this messages. Am I waking? What's this? Sorry, guys. I'm also an estate agent, so I'm just responding to clients that are looking for a house that I'm selling in Amelo. 869, I think. We spoke about this, man. Or 862. 62. Come on. I wish this, if this 1 minute closes and it leaves this fair value gap, I'm hoping that this fair value gap will hold and we push lower. Quick, sorry, I'm gonna pause this so that I can answer this effectively. Okay, it looks like we are holding still this support. I have until I've passed, then I'll end the live. Sorry, guys. I'm just a guy that has is doing a lot, so I was just responding to a client. So the market is really failing to take out this high. Look at how much it rejected. So I think I'll take my profit here. I will take my profit once it takes out this high. Yeah. No, it's not a 1:2. 1:85. Just I am gonna target the 1:2. Sorry, guys. My target will be 1:2, and this will be that low. Here we go. Somewhere in that low, but I might decide to close it early. Oh God, I'm not gonna finish with clients. Anyway, so this thing doesn't want to reach my take profit, guys. It really, really rejecting. Okay, stop loss at break even. I'm fine with it. I would have loved to see a candle closure below there like that. If you got a candle closure below this low, perhaps I was gonna be confident that we might target this 1 hour low there. But it seems like it's rejecting so much. It's not giving us that acceleration to the downside. Look at that. Okay, I have 15 minutes before that can go live. So yeah. Anyway, are you guys bullish or bearish for now? Besides the trade that I've entered, what are you looking at yourself? Ah, yani, yani, yani. There's not so much momentum in this trade. I think this trade we might read out. It might go out as a break even. I do not see so much from. I do not see the bear coming through. Yeah, I do not see the bears because also here, just quickly see something. It gave 54 p. Stop loss was 24. Did this give us a 1 is to 2? Did NASDAQ give us a 1 is to 2? Let me see. I was doubting to take NASDAQ given my own problems on the market structure, how the market structure was like. But that would be a beautiful trade. Oh yeah, NASDAQ did give us a 1 is to 2. It did give a 1 is to 2. Okay. Okay. NASDAQ did a 1 is to 2, even though it was not as clean as I would have wanted, but it did get through it. So you just broke below. We look to take out that trend line liquidity and we rejected there. But I took US30 and it doesn't look like we're gonna go to our take profit. Stop loss is at break even, and my friend here does not want to do the honorable thing. Oh God. Okay, if I get out, I'm gonna call it a day. If I get out, I'm gonna call it a day. So this we saw an invasion here, so this is no longer invaded. There was an invasion here. There is another fairly gap invasion here to the upside. Okay, I'm about to be take. Okay, guys, I'm out. Just taking me out. And I think I'm not gonna look to enter another trade now. I'm out. Yeah, taken out on break even. The full just gave me 1:7. 1:7, one is to 1.7, and just rejected fully to the lower side. So I'm out. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And let's meet again tomorrow for the PM session. And Nasdaq is holding. See something. SMT. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate all of you. Let's meet once again tomorrow. Let's meet once again tomorrow. Remember, I'm always live 7 p.m. SA time, South African time, um, to trade the New York PM session. And the first segment of the show is where I look at the fundamentals. I look at all my long positioning or all my swing trading positionings that I have and explain the fundamentals and why I've taken certain trades. And in this case, I'm only holding gold for this week. I'm looking for GU if the technical will make sense. If it won't make sense, then I'm not gonna enter it. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining me. You know, I always rant, and eventually I do not finish the live. I think we have come to the end of our live session. We are out on break even, and I appreciate all of you guys. Have a great day. Bye.